Hey everyone, Linda Talaferro from The T. And the T is the extra effort where we focus on helping people establish their executive presence, get that self-confidence amped up, and shift the trajectory of your career so you can get a seat at the table. Now, I know today I probably sound like blah, like that was not normally my amped up self, and there's a reason for that because, and I've been sitting on this for probably too long, actually, for a couple of weeks, and I decided I need to get out here and I need to share and I need to give a live about this current situation because I've seen it happening too often, over and over, and just recently with a client that, I said I just can't continue to allow this perpetualness to take place. And that's why you see the title of this live called, how to break the cycle of abuse, because basically, and I know abuse is a strong word, but fundamentally that's exactly what it is. It's abuse that we allow ourselves to be victims of during this corporate ladder climb when it has absolutely no place and it needs to stop. So let me give you some context before I continue to move on. So I had a client that, understood, had, I thought, some sense of awareness of what she needed. And actually, I know she knows what she needs, right? Clearly what she needs. She's got a role, a very significant role in the organization, a lot of responsibility, zero authority, zero voice, and zero respect. But yet the role that she has should be giving her the voice, the respect, the authority. Clearly should be. They're definitely getting the work product out of her, but not giving her everything else she deserves to come with it. And the reason why, frankly, is because they're abusing her and she's allowing them to. She clearly recognizes when her team goes elsewhere for help, elsewhere for direction. She's even given, a chance to, well, not even a chance to express the direction and need that the organization needs to go in, but given all the work to do, while her team and everybody else around her totally disses her, even when she's present in the room. And she has this recognition. She sees it happening to herself every day and has this woe is me attitude and said, hey, wait a minute, I need to turn this situation around. But when she found the solution, which was the extra effort, she just totally checked out, did not stand up, did not commit to what she knew she needed. And it took me a few weeks to do this live because I was really trying to wrap my head around it. Now, okay, I'm not saying that I haven't experienced it because I have. But one of the things that I know for sure that I know is that nobody, even today, and I got a seat at the table, nobody has my best interest at heart better than me. And when I recognized what I needed, and I found the solution for it, I ran and got it. So it took me a minute to wrap my head around, okay, she found the solution, she signed up, we were getting ready to get some serious work done, and then gone, ghosted. Why? It took me a minute to figure out why. And then it clicked. She didn't believe in herself. She didn't have the self-confidence to believe that it was possible for her to get on the other side of the madness that she's dealing with every day. She didn't believe it was possible for her to get the respect that she so deserves from her team, from her boss, from other leadership. So she checked out. She ran and hid. And so therefore she's self-sabotaging herself continuously today in that role where she should be excelling and succeeding. So I wanted to get on the live today and talk about how to stop the crazy cycle of abuse. When we recognize the gaps that we have, the opportunities that we have to improve, the needs that we have, it's important for us to understand that we're worth the hard work, the investment, the time it takes to turn the situation around. Lord knows this corporate ladder climb is not easy. It's not easy by far. And so with that not being easy, and then you have work to do on top of it, it's going to be scary. It's going to be uncomfortable. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know it. I've been there. But that's why the T exists. It's for me to work with you, hold your hand through that uncomfortableness. For me to take on what you can't really take on yet, and that is the belief in yourself. You know, I was having a conversation with my business coach, and so I'm going to share that because I have a business coach. Okay, for my business as an entrepreneur, I recognize the need. I recognize my opportunities for improvement. So what I learned through my 30 years on my corporate ladder climb that got me the seat at the table, I applied to my entrepreneurship, and I went and got the help. Right? So I'm not trying to do this thing the most difficult, most hard way. And that's one of the things that she mentioned to me is let me believe in you. And that's exactly what I do with my clients in the T. I will do the belief. I will stand for you. I will support you. But it's rooted in the fact that you've got to at least believe it's possible. And it is absolutely possible. Just like, you know, when we recognize, for instance, in a relationship, and I'm going to talk from a cultural perspective, so no disrespect to people that aren't African American, but it's a cultural thing for us. You know, we have a thing with therapy. You know, we don't believe we have to go see a therapist. We might need all the help in the world, might be have all kind of crazies going on. But we ain't going to a therapist because we don't like that word, crazy. We ain't trying to be labeled. But yet we have that need. And it's not until, and we're getting better now, but it's not until we as a culture recognize that there's not anything wrong with getting help. It's not means that you're weak, that you're crazy. When you see the solution out there, you go and get that therapy. You go and talk to Iyanla, if that's where you get your help. You go and get that help so that you can be completely sound, completely present, and move through your life in a healthy way. It's the same way in corporate America. It's the same way with this corporate ladder climb. It's not easy. And when we see that we have gaps and opportunities and we need to go find the solutions, be it, do I need help with my self-confidence? Do I need to establish my executive presence? Do I need to understand what being liked is all about? How do I build relationships? Do I know the difference between supporters and advocators or mentors, the difference between a supporter and a mentor? Do I know the difference? Can I go build that network so that so I can leverage it and it pay off for me? Can I identify that next level opportunity? Make sure they see me in the room so that I get that next level opportunity. Or do I decide to succumb to the fact that I am scared and that it's hard and that it's going to take some self-awareness, and that it's going to take some work for me to get all those things I just talked about that takes me up that next rung in that ladder of corporate America? Which do I do? Do I stay in that cycle of abuse and the woe is me, going home every night, heavy-hearted, late and tired, working for 10, 12 years in a row and getting nowhere? Or do I, once I find the solution, or where I see where the solutions are and I can go get them, and once I go get them, do I commit and work the process and allow the process to reward me when I put in the extra effort? This is the reason why I named this company The Extra Effort, because that's exactly what it takes. It takes extra effort in us believing in the fact that we deserve it, that we are worthy of better than what we have today. It takes the extra effort of doing the work to get to that next level, because it's not going to just be handed to us. The game is played in corporate America, and a lot of times they don't share the rules, right? So when somebody has the rule book and they can spell out the rules to you and they can tell you how to maneuver within them, and you can go get that, but yet you decide to ghost out. You decide to say, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should be in this role and just do all the work and have people disrespect me. Maybe I should be. Maybe this is really. I mean, it's beyond me how we allow ourselves to get stuck in these ruts when we can get out of them. It can happen. It is extremely doable. Very doable. I'm a living witness of it. There are numerous people that you either see on the Facebook page or in other postings that are living witnesses of what's possible when we put in the work. But we have to stop self-sabotaging our careers. Stop getting in our way. I know I've done a live on being the victim, getting rid of that victim mentality. It will do nothing but one thing: keep us exactly where we are. Keep us exactly where we are. But the solution exists within the T, helping you get your executive presence set up. Getting that, first of all, let's get that confidence built. Let's work on that confidence, getting that built, and learning how to build the network on top of that, being liked. Then you establish your executive presence. You get that next level opportunity via a larger scope project, visibility that then sets you up for that next level opportunity and puts you in the road, on the path to the seat at the table. The solutions are out there, but they're not ones that just come to you without doing the work. And my passion and the reason why I sound like I do is because my passion, my heart is for helping people get to that point, getting unstuck, realizing what is possible, and then achieving it. Because I know it can be done. It can be done. Just like for her, she made the first step to recognizing, knowing what she needed, but then was afraid to go out and get it. Was afraid to take it, was afraid to stand up. That fear, false expectation appearing real, took over, and then therefore has completely sabotaged the opportunity that she had for herself. And so therefore she's probably still being mistreated by her team, disrespected by her team, not recognized by her boss, given all the to-dos, pat on the back, hey, you did that task well, no opportunity for growth, not even a recognition for the director title. And I know I talk about being title struck, but come on, I mean, you got a director title and you ain't even being respected as a director. Something's very, very wrong with that picture. Very, very wrong. But when you recognize the opportunity, the key is to latch on to that solution, latch on to that fix, do the work the process, and let it then reward you. Let it then reward you. Nobody else is responsible for our careers but us. We have to take control. We've got to stand firm in our worthiness and work hard to that next level. And I'm not telling you something I don't know, that I haven't experienced, that I'm not still experiencing it today. And I got the seat. But I've got to stand in that and operate in that and know that I know and do the work. That's the key. That's the key. So how do you stop? How do you break the abuse cycle? How do you stop spinning your wheels? How do you stop the vicious spiral that's usually downward rather than upward? That is not just recognizing what you need, but when you know what you need and you see the solution to address your needs, commit to it, run to it, grab it, commit to it, do the work, spend the hard time, allow the person like myself to support you in your unbelief, support you in your fear that will eventually subside, but let me believe for you so that we can work together to get to the other side. Let me believe for you. So I have a link at the bottom of my title. It's a link to connect with me. Even if it's, you just want to have a consultation call to talk about your specific situation, how you are possibly in this abuse cycle, and you believe you see what you need, and you need some clarity around that. You need some help with clarification, and you need some help with visualization. So click on that link and schedule some time so I can help you through that. So I can help you down that road of visualization. Put that mirror in front of you first, and then take it away and let's look out the window to the horizon. This is possible. It clearly is possible, but we have to take control and be responsible for it. And when we get a little weak and we can't believe, allow others to believe for us. But commit. Be committed. It's the only way we get to the other side, is through the extra effort. Okay, so this is your girl Linda from the T. Again, click on that link. I'm here for you to help you work and get that clarity, and to help you drive the solutions in place so you can get a seat at the table. All right, have a good Thursday. Bye.